Yo, that Game of Thrones greatness. First off, look, I'm just gonna come out here and say, y'all know this was a perfect episode. So much occurred. I told y'all about the setup of last week's episode, okay, episode 7, but episode 8, man, and I posted. I even posted it on Facebook. I posted it, and I don't really talk too often about even my what I'm watching and reading and things of that nature on my actual Facebook, rather than in groups. I said hands down best episode of Game of Thrones ever. It is clearly the best episode. There is so much to get to and so many depths and layers. I hope to not make this video too long, but no promises. First off, let's start with Arya Stark. We gotta start with Arya, right? It started and ended, so I think it's proper, Lady Crane, okay, because this is connected with Arya. Lady Crane with the motherly nature, and once again, another character that gets connected to the main cast and gets body bagged. Consistent with Game of Thrones, but that whole thing and that kind of opiate, narcotic, depressing kind of thing, the sleep or something or another they gave her, but she's like, you gotta sleep, you gotta heal and whatever. And I don't know if Arya has superhuman regenerative capabilities now. I don't know if it's because of her training or whatever, but her being able to go and her not dying. And again, at the end of the episode, like, she's so like. But besides all that, Lady Crane was awesome, and that whole thing, that death thing, that acted, that she played as Cersei, that was emotional. That was really emotional. I'm not even playing. That was really emotional. So well done, for such phenomenal acting. The actress, I gotta applaud you for that one. That was so well done. And then her, and then repaying with Arya. And now people had predicted that would occur, but even if it did, I didn't expect it like this. I didn't expect, them to go this. And then she's like, maybe you go and you go with us and you travel and whatever. Arya's like, maybe I go beyond west of Westeros. Are we going to go, east is Essos, west is Westeros? Am I going to go? If she went, that would be phenomenal. That would, y'all don't know how much I would love to see another place. But at the end of the episode, she says, I'm Arya Stark of Winterfell. So she reclaimed her identity. Yes! So much yes for Arya's character. Like, thank you. Was she going to survive? That whole scene, this just proves that, at least in the show, that the Darwin Faceless Men are a death cult of assassins. Hands down. And that female, she went after, and then, telling the fact that you didn't, that didn't want, so they're not going to go after her. So there's still some questions to be answered. Is she going to go back to Winterfell? Is she going to join Jon Snow and Sansa Stark and all them? I don't know what exactly she's going to do, but this was so much of this with Arya's character and that whole interaction with the waif, and just the ending where she cut the candle and the fight in the darkness, and Arya just surviving, and that whole thing was just beautiful. And there's a lot of trend and just development of Arya's character throughout the entire thing, which is beautiful. It really was. Moving on to the Hound, Sandor Clegane. Like, I've heard enough, and they said Clegane. Justice. True knight justice. Let's go. Metamorphosis of character. Brutal. And you're a natural born fighter. You are born to fight. This is what your duty is. And we see, and I was, questioning about the Brotherhood of Banners, Brotherhood Without Banners. And here we see it's all about killing the leader and whatnot. And he's back alive. And these were false dudes. Okay, I'm glad for that clarification. And talking about actually justice, we're hanging, we're not butchering, we're not murder. But dude with the axe just came on just straight up. That was too good. Simple, effective, very good. And we're seeing the joining the fight against the White Walkers. He's going to go fight with the White against the White Yo, is that? That's the path y'all taking up. Let's go. That was very good. Not just some vendetta situation, but actual retribution, actual justice. That was very nice. Now, moving on. Which character did they hit next? Well, it wasn't John. John and Sansa was in there. I think I'll hit up, the whole Marine situation. Varys leaves. Are we really surprised? No. But this is always a very good sign for Game of Thrones. Varys leaving means hell is about to break loose. Really, that's what I should have expected. Marine, this is why I'm glad that they skipped all that last week, as I indicated, and saved it for this week. No filler, we had this, and we had the interaction. And Tyrion, I want to know a few things. First of all, I'm loving it. I'm loving the facial hair. I gotta give it to the Dorothy. I gotta give it to the actor. I love the facial hair. I'm loving the transformation of Tyrion's character. This is why he's my fourth favorite character of all time. My favorite character in fiction history. My favorite character in Game of Thrones, just hands down. This is why Tyrion. And did you see that kind of state that wealthy at blue that he was rocking? That was there's some very nice clothing in this episode, might I add. I also saw a little gray up in there in the beard. So Tyrion's aging, which is very nice to see. Obviously he's going to be biologically aging, but it makes sense with the series as well. They would be aging, as indicated by Sansa and Jon like a few episodes back when they were talking about I ain't seen you in years. Okay. So not only that, we get that whole scene, and this time it didn't seem like filler. That whole interaction with Grey Worm, with Homegirl, I can't remember her name for nothing. That whole thing with joking and wine, and Tyrion trying to get them to open up more about their personalities, and that was very good. And of course, the end, the masters, and Tyrion saying I was wrong, and saying Unsup saying we told you. I said, well, what the hell are you supposed to do? And he's like, yo, well, okay, you don't want to listen to me, so what's your plan? We gonna guard the pyramid. Tyrion was right. It's just you dealing with some suckers home play games. So, I thought maybe it was Yara or Euron Greyjoy showing up on the scene, but no, it was the masters, the old slavers, coming, the Marine. Of course, Daenerys Stormborn comes in like a straight up savior. Messiah. My woman comes up in there on the dragon, and she about to put in work, and we got the Dothraki. We about to have a war in Marine. Woo! Dothraki. Let's go. Let's go. Whoop, whoop. Was not expecting this exactly. Really glad that it happened, but I wasn't expecting it to go down like this. They're attacking the city. So, very interesting. Very, very interesting. See how that goes down. And we didn't get Yara and Theon. I'm not surprised, and it's probably good because it makes a lot of sense. We've been really early and we're jumping time. What else we got? We got Cersei. And Cersei has lost everything. She's been stripped of everything she's been put. And no trial I come back. Oh, it's about to get bloody as hell. But yo, Robert Strong, the Mountain, Gregor, just the way. Oh, we're gonna use violence. Really, just try to stick the axe in this demonic, superhuman strength, and it just rips the hell off. I love the brutality in this one. And he's like, y'all of the faith, you're gonna use violence? No, stop, kids, y'all too green for this. There's levels to this. Cersei has an enforcer amongst enforcers, okay? You got to be the great one. You got to be a great one to touch this. Y'all ain't on stop it, y'all playing kiddie games. Where's Heavenly Demon Don Quixote Doflamingo, aka Joker from One Piece, to be talking about some kiddie games? Where's 100 Beast Yonko, 100 Beast Kaido at? Talk about these kiddie games, because that's what these dudes are doing, kiddie games. We using some grown folk stuff, okay? So that whole thing about, the barback, and I mean the High Septum is talking, and I know they're skipping because it's a show and they can't, but you can clearly see if this was a book, this would be a far expanded, and the indoctrination, they got him strong up, Tommen, but Tommen's gonna get body bag, and for different reasons for Joffrey. She gonna lose him because I'm wondering if Cersei's gonna have to kill her son. She loves her son. But that power, that the Game of Thrones. I mean, she's getting pushed back against the wall. Marjorie, or is Marjorie gonna kill him? Somebody gonna kill Tommy. Tommy, he's too sucked in. Robert, he had his flaws. Jeffrey has flaws. Now Tom has experienced his flaws. And the High Septon is getting too cocky. He's very manipulative. We don't know his end game too far. We don't know if it's the clutches or whatever, if he sees beyond himself. But I mean, he's an old man, so you wonder. But talking in the ear, and they preventing Cersei from being up in that position of power. And first of all, yeah, I gotta admit, she's got a cute haircut going on, and whatnot. And that whole scene there, that was very interesting. But they done screwed up. They done made a very powerful enemy. You don't make enemies. Don't make enemies with no face. That used to be the face one. But also, don't make enemies who you don't know their full extent of what they're capable of. Very dangerous people. And Cersei is clearly one of the most dangerous players in the Game of Thrones. And she's only evolved. And she's just biding her time. Now, going into Jaime Lannister. Now, Jaime and Brienne's, their relationship is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. It really is. And I really was starting to get emotional between them. And at the end, and just to respect, the honor, and actually, and it's been hinted at by Homeboy, but there's been this sexual tension, really romantic tension, and they could actually be an actual legitimate couple. I'm sorry, Jaime, not just because it's incestuous, but Jaime and Cersei are toxic for each other, and in the books, it's a done data from what I hear, but in the show it's been hinted at, and Jaime's like, I fight for certain, that whole thing. Nah. Brienne, they have something special. But even if they don't give a minute, there's just such a respect and a mutual admiration for these two. It's grown, it's very mature, and it's an actual loving relationship. It really is. Doesn't, even if it never becomes romantic, you could see them the best of friends. But also, I would like to see them get married. Shipping, I will ship, because those two are the kind of two who you could see them grow old together. When some, like Tyrion mentioned having a vineyard of his own, and the friend, them settling down Castle Rock or something. That would be cool. It would be really cool. And marrying, it makes sense, especially Cersei's dad. Hey, I'm just saying, Jaime Brick. Hey, I'm just saying though. The whole honor and oath things, and it was very interesting with Jaime's character. Her trying to say, you're the better, you're a good, a good knight, you're better, you're honorable, things of that nature. You have the kind of, show the jealousy. And look, the brother's a good-looking brother, okay, Jaime Lannister is. And you had Homeboy, the former sellsword, talk about that. And also try to teach Patrick how to fight on a different style, not just this, right way to fight, but really, in a real battle kind of thing. Which is very nice. But also we see the Tully, Catelyn's, I guess, brother. How he views, and Jaime was trying to be honorable, but then Homeboy, you like, okay, you want to play like this? We gonna play hardball, and it's like, ooh, and he hit hard, so he became the villain in that. He's like, you want me to be? I'm going to be what you want me to be, what you clearly fear. So that was very interesting on Jaime's character, and his evolution is just truly phenomenal. It truly is excellent, muy excellent. What else they hit? Let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Hit the Hound, hit Arya, hit Jaime. Oh, and the whole thing with Blackfish and him going out, and that whole thing, lords and things. And we're prepping up for, heading north to protect, House Stark and whatnot. Oh, and I also got a remark on the red armor looking like we straight out of Narnia. But that was, there was a lot of stylistics in this episode, which was very nice, little added touches. Any other important part? I for sure thought there'd be more details. There's a lot of action sequences in this episode, so that possibly could be it. I can't think of any more really key points that I wanted to hit on and address. I think that those are at least the major points I wanted to hit on. So yeah, man, this episode, it when you're getting me emotional from the story, the interaction of the characters in the story, and the action sequences were done so well. The focus in the building of characters. This is just phenomenal story writing at this point. The creators of the show, I gotta applaud y'all for this. This season destroys every other season, hands down. 3 perfect episodes of the season, episode 4 and 5, and as well as episode 8. And I mean, they're just so well done this season, man. It's more than makes up for the frustration I had with season 5 and the abysmal times of season 2. So yeah, man, Unexpected Wonder, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me your thoughts on this episode, and until next time, have a beautiful day, beautiful night, peace. These last 2 episodes, lit will not, they beyond hype. I'm still off this beyond hype of this greatness of this episode. So yeah, man, we out here.